Greetings to the class of 2020. Always when starting a journey, there is a beginning and an end. When you began this educational journey all those years ago, I am sure you and your family would have never thought your school career would end this way, with a drive-by and virtual graduation. But that is the beauty of a journey. You never know where you will end up sometimes. This journey may have been not the one you dreamed about, but is for sure a memorable one. Your real journey is just beginning as you go into life, so take with you the memories, the laughs, and the tough times, and keep them close to your heart, so you will always remember that life is truly about the love you share with the people around you each day. Let me share a story from my long time ago graduation. When I graduated from high school many, many years ago, back in the 1900s, I received a brand new dictionary as a gift. For those of you who are unfamiliar, this is an ancient form of Google. For this speech, I decided to look up a few words in this good old dictionary. The word graduation is defined as the conferring or receipt of an academic degree or diploma, marking the completion of studies. And the word commencement is defined as a beginning, a start, and a ceremony where academic degrees or diplomas are conferred. Let's examine each word and definition. While the class of 2020 is holding a non-traditional graduation and students are receiving their diplomas, the second part for graduation marked the completion of studies. That definition is a twist no one could have ever predicted this school year. What an odd way to complete studies, virtually and in completely new ways of learning. The word ceremony is found in the definition for both graduation and commencement. The class of 2020 is having a most unique ceremony this year and may be forever known collectively as that class who had a drive-by and virtual graduation, following a completely new way of distance learning. The remaining definition for the word commencement is the focus of this speech. That is, commencement is a beginning, a start. I've had the unique experiences of being part of the commencement into school and the commencement into the future with many students in the class of 2020. Back in 2007, when the class of 2020 entered kindergarten, I was an elementary principal. I had the honor and pleasure to welcome the new kindergartners into Pleasant Gap Elementary School at the time. It was an exciting time for us when you all started school. I was so lucky to get to meet the kindergarten students and their parents and families at Pleasant Gap Elementary School. During the first evening parent meeting, and a few days after we started kindergarten, I read a book to the students. I'm sure it was some inspirational or humorous book, and I'm sure some of the other principals you may have met, like Miss Cutler, Mr. Vankus, Miss Puckett, Mr. Miller, Mrs. Yontosh, Mr. Orchowski, Mrs. Vianna, to name just a few, read a book to you when you started or commenced school back then. As you went through elementary, middle, and high school, you learned all of our rules in our district. That they all started with be respectful, be safe, be here, and be ready. Those rules are good life lessons as well. Our district website includes more B's. Be informed, be involved, be connected, belong in Bellefonte. So I thought it seemed only fitting to read a book again to you, a book that contains lots of B's during this commencement as well. I've chosen a book that I think has an excellent message for each and every one of you as you start the next chapter in your young lives. Last week, seniors received a copy of a book, and I asked your teachers to sign your books as a memento of your educational journey through our schools. I'd like to read that book to you now. The book is entitled Be You by Peter H. Reynolds. You were born to be so many things. Lots of words around there. My wish for you, no matter where your journey leads, is for you to always be you. Be ready to take that next step toward being an amazing human being. Be curious. Turn every stone, ask every why, and keep digging deeply. Discover your own answers. Be adventurous. Live a big life. When you are ready, step outside your comfort zone. Bravely explore new paths and see where they lead you. Be connected. Find kindred spirits. Be with those who make you feel like the real you. Be persistent. Keep going, never stop. Keep going, never stop. Keep going, never stop. Be different. Be silly. Be quirky. Be odd. Be unique. Be weird. Be colorful. Be okay with being different. Be the way you are. Be kind. Help those around you to be themselves. Listen, then listen some more. Learn more about who they are. Be brave. Try new things. Take a deep breath and plunge forward into new experiences. It gets easier every time you try. Be your own thinker. Think for yourself and set your own unique course. It isn't always easy, but you'll be heading in the direction of you. Be okay being alone. Take time to be on your own. Hear your own thoughts, your inner voice. Listen to your heart. Be patient. Being more you takes time. Take a deep breath. Relax. Let your future unfold at its own pace. It will be worth the wait for you. Be okay reaching out for help. When you need a helping hand, a compassionate ear, an encouraging word, reach out. As you voyage into the world, remember, no matter what, you will always be loved. You are ready, so go ahead. Be you. Be very, very you. I feel so blessed that I've had the opportunity to be part of your commencements into school and into your lives outside of school. Thanks so much for allowing me to be part of your journey through school from beginning to end. I wish each and every one of you only the best as you begin the next chapter in your book. You deserve it all.
Hello. I would like to welcome everyone to the 2020 Bellefonte Area High School Commencement and offer my sincere congratulations to all of our graduates. I would also like to thank all of the families and friends of our graduates for your years of love and support in helping our students reach this milestone. Additionally, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the faculty and staff of Bellefonte Area High School, the Bellefonte Area School District, and the members of the Board of School Directors. You've all had a hand in helping these students achieve their goals and become Bellefonte graduates. I'd also like to thank everyone that spent countless hours with this year's activities. Specifically, thank you to our class advisors, our graduation coordinator, high school and district administration, our senior counselor, the office staff, building maintenance and custodial staff, and the technology and athletic departments. You are all the support system which has made graduation possible. With your continued encouragement, you've paved the way to this commencement. Seniors of the class of 2020, please make sure to take a moment to thank your family, friends, and school staff. I wanted to take a few moments today to share my anecdotes and experiences that I hope guide you as you leave Bellefonte Area High School. If my count is correct, you will become our 136th graduating class. Now, I usually like to start with something funny or thought-provoking or unique, and this year I've chosen a poem by Valerie Cox called The Cookie Thief. It's been a poem that's been appearing before me quite a bit recently, and I think the message is particularly poignant at this time. So please indulge me as I share the story of The Cookie Thief. The Cookie Thief by Valerie Cox. A woman was waiting in an airport one night with several long hours before her flight. She hunted for a book in the airport shops, bought a bag of cookies, and found a place to drop. She was engrossed in her book, but happened to see that the man sitting beside her, as bold as could be, grabbed a cookie or two from the bag in between, which she tried to ignore to avoid a scene. She munched the cookies and watched the clock as the gutsy cookie thief diminished her stock. She was getting more irritated as the minutes ticked by, thinking, If I wasn't so nice, I'd blacken his eye. With each cookie she took, he took one too. When only one was left, she wondered what he would do. With a smile on his face and a nervous laugh, he took the last cookie and broke it in half. He offered her half as he ate the other. She snatched it from him and thought, "Oh, brother, this guy has some nerve, and he's also rude. Why, he didn't even show any gratitude." She had never known when she had been so galled, and sighed with relief when her flight was called. She gathered her belongings and headed to the gate, refusing to look back at the thieving ingrate. She boarded the plane and sank in her seat. Then she sought her book, which was almost complete. As she reached in her baggage, she gasped with surprise. There was her bag of cookies in front of her eyes. "If mine are here," she moaned in despair, "the others were his, and he tried to share." But too late to apologize, she realized with grief that she was the rude one, the ingrate, the thief. And so I share this poem with you to illustrate the power of perspective. I think Henry David Thoreau said it best when he said, "It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see." Certainly that's quite evident in this poem. The poem's not just about a box of cookies or the two people sharing the box of cookies. From the woman's perspective, the man was ungrateful. He was rude. He was a thief. They shared their experience, and it tainted her whole view of what was happening because she viewed it in a certain way. And think of how the man's experience was the complete opposite. He, knowing that the woman was the actual cookie thief, looked at this as an opportunity to share and perhaps just show some kindness. He didn't complain or cause a fuss. He was just living in the moment. This is a really powerful illustration for all of us in our lives, particularly at this current time. It's often so easy to find the negative in a situation or in a person. It can be relieving to vent or jump on the bandwagon when we are dissatisfied. But what happens if we're the woman in the story and that everything we thought was the opposite? What happens when we realize too late what was actually going on? Instead of looking at a situation as a burden, or if you feel cheated, take an opportunity to appreciate what you have, who you have, and what you have the ability to do next for yourself, for others, for your family, friends, school, or community. Take this as a moment to pause when you're frustrated or upset. None of us are perfect. To err is human. But remember that our actions have consequences. Not every situation is as dire as it may seem. Just remember the cookie thief and take a second to pause and consider the situation as to not to become the rude one, the ingrate, or the thief. Be the gentleman in the story. And as Richard Carlson says, choose being kind over being right, and you'll be right every time. My last story and piece of advice to share with you is about Thomas Edison. My wife shared with me a video clip about Edison in a movie called Think and Grow Rich. The basic premise is that having a positive mindset can affect you and influence you in so many positive and amazing ways. Now in the clip, Edison is in his later years and he's perusing a box of old letters and photographs. And in the box he comes across a letter from the headmaster at his school when he was a young boy. He remembers receiving the letter as a young child in a sealed envelope, and he takes it home and he gives it to his mother when she asks him why he is home and not in school. His mother takes the letter and reads it and pauses. And when Thomas asks what is written in the letter, his mother reads, "Your son is a genius. This school is too small for him and doesn't have enough good teachers for training him. Please teach him yourself." Edison embraces his mother, and then the clip shows her continuing to teach him over the years. The video then flashes back to Edison as the adult discovering the letter. He finds the letter, remembers it, remembers the moment his mother reading it, and he opens it, and he reads what is actually written. And what was actually written in that letter reads, "Miss Edison, your son is addled. He is mentally slow and unable to think clearly. We won't let him come to school anymore. The camera shows Edison swallow hard, but then smile as he looks at a photograph of his mother on the wall, realizing what she had done for him. Again, this is an illustration of how one's perspective, one's thinking, one's attitude towards a situation can have lasting impacts on themselves and on others. I urge you to find the silver lining whenever you can. Life will not be all roses. There will be tough times. But you, as graduates, have the power to decide how you will handle those situations. You have the power to decide the types of events that are going to define you or simply just be a part of you. Members of the class of 2020, what will you decide? How will you see those moments? What will you become from those experiences? I believe you all can be the next Thomas Edison. Bellefonte has a great history of famous and influential graduates. So go and make your name, add to our rich history, and most importantly, be happy, be healthy, and make the world a better place for having you in it. I wish you all the very best as you leave Bellefonte Area High School. May your life be full of joy and happiness and good health. Congratulations.
Hello, class of 2020. According to American author Melody Beattie, gratitude makes sense of your past, brings peace for the day, and creates a vision for tomorrow. In 5th grade, I remembered the principal of Marion Walker Elementary School talking about 2020 vision, which is perfect vision. Our class, the class of 2020, is a great class, just like 2020 vision. As Beattie advises, our class must have gratitude to have peace during these times, as well as a perfect vision for our past and future. For those of you that know me, I'm kind of quiet, so right now I'm grateful that I'm being recorded in front of a smaller audience. I understand that many may feel disappointed about how the year ended, since we missed out on class activities like senior ball and senior trip, sports seasons, and musicals. However, I want to encourage everyone to think about the positive things we have gained through this situation. After all, they say hindsight is 20/20. We can be grateful in our circumstances since we are making history. The class of 2020 is a class to be remembered. We will have some of the most meaningful reunions compared to other classes. Some may say we got the short end of the stick when it comes to graduation, but I would argue that we did not. Rather, we are experiencing something unique that will be remembered by others for generations to come. When our kids and grandkids ask us what the spring of 2020 was like, not only will we have first-hand experience about the world in general, but we will also have a personal experience about what graduation was like while large social gatherings were prohibited. If anyone wants to be famous, you are now. The class of 2020 has made history alongside the coronavirus pandemic. Although we were not able to finish the school year together in one place, we can be grateful for the special experiences and recognitions we received. Caps and gowns were delivered to our doorsteps by our principal, Mr. Fedisson. There were senior spotlights on Facebook and Instagram. Personal yard signs could be obtained to place in the yards of seniors to recognize us. Junior National Honor Society members wrote letters to senior members. Teachers made an effort to meet with students virtually. A banner was made to recognize the entire Bellefonte class of 2020 at the high school. Furthermore, we were able to enjoy more time at home with our families, completing house projects, or just relaxing. There was more time to fill out scholarship applications. AP exams were taken in the comfort of one's own home. The list goes on. All is not lost. Whether senior activities can be made up in the summer or not, parents, teachers, and staff have added unique touches to make the spring of our senior year special. This year, our yearbook was special as we celebrated 100 years of LaBelle. I thought it was interesting in the timeline that the football team did not get a season in 1919 due to the Spanish flu, exactly 100 years prior to the amazing football season we had this year. We enjoyed other special moments together. There were senior nights for fall and winter sports. Our class float placed first during homecoming this year. We voted on the homecoming king and queen, and 4 other couples got to ride in the homecoming parade. We had spirit weeks, the variety show, and the fall play. The ending of our senior year does not need to define our entire high school career. Graduation is just the beginning to the adventure of our lives. At our reunions, we can say, for the class of 2020 visions, we could not see each other then, but at least we can now. Charles Dickens once said, "Reflect upon your present blessings, of which every man has plenty, not upon your past misfortunes, of which every man has some." There are many things we can be grateful for throughout our high school experience, even the ending of our senior year. 2020 is not over yet. 2020 is still the year when most of us will begin college, begin serving in the military, or join the workforce. Some of us will go on to be doctors, nurses, or emergency responders. Others will become teachers. Some will be engineers. Some will be mechanics. Some will go to law school. Some will go into construction. Others will go into a technology field. Whatever we do, I believe that God has given each of us talents and abilities to make a difference in this world. We can make a difference by having a positive impact on the people around us, just as our teachers, families, coaches, classmates, and friends have had in our lives. The year 2020 can still be great when we are grateful for the experiences we had throughout high school and decide to start the next chapter of our lives well. Congratulations, class of 2020. For the past 4 years, we have set our sights on success. Now is our chance to create the perfect vision for our future.
East High is a place where teachers encouraged us to break the status quo and define ourselves as we choose, where a jock can cook up a mean creme brulee and a brainiac can break it down on the dance floor. Oh, wait, I'm not in High School Musical? Okay, here it goes. Throughout these past 13 years of schooling, we truly have been all in this together. From the very first day of elementary school, when we were first introduced to each other, we worked together to create a learning environment where we were educated on the basics of reading, writing, and math. We made some of our very first friends in this environment, prided ourselves on reading competition trophies, and raced like our lives depended on it at field day. Elementary school was where we first learned to set ourselves apart, but we did it all together. Then it was time to enter middle school. This is where we first united as the class of 2020, and we were finally Red Raiders. Middle school was a time to overcome new obstacles. We conquered the challenges of opening lockers, following a class schedule, and finding a place to sit in the new, much bigger cafeteria, together. We took our learning to new heights, launching rockets high into the sky in 6th grade, and conquering ropes courses at Stone Valley in 7th grade. Middle school is a place where we grew to be teenagers and began to find who we wanted to be. After middle school came high school, the first day of freshman year. I'm sure you all remember it. The feeling that we were no longer the big fish in the pond. We were, as some would call it, fresh meat. But we overcame that first year too, together. We made friends with the upperclassmen who guided us through this new school, and we joined clubs and sports that made us feel like we were a part of this great high school we get to call our own. Throughout the years, we performed award-winning musicals. We enjoyed the Friday Night Lights and won 2 district championships along the way. We conquered AP classes. We danced the night away at prom, snowball, and homecoming with our closest friends. And we grew as people to become who we are today. In high school, the divide between staff and students got smaller as we got older. Teachers, guidance counselors, and principals were still advisors and mentors, but they also became an inseparable part of our class of 2020. BASD wasn't just a school made up of students and staff, it was a community. Because of Bellefonte, we are now ready to become the leaders, innovators, and unifiers in our next endeavors. Now, as we sit at home, separated due to these unfortunate circumstances, we are more together than ever. We are unified not only as Red Raiders and Bellefusians, but as Commonwealth residents, U.S. citizens, and global participants. We are striving and sacrificing to get through this rough patch, and we will come out better having faced the adversity of this pandemic together. While we may not be celebrating in Rogers Stadium as we had hoped, we still made it, together. The storm that is this pandemic will not last forever. The sun will soon rise again, and we will be able to continue on with our lives. No matter where life takes us, or the challenges we may have to face, Bellefonte has prepared us to rise above them and flourish. Wherever we go, the community that raised us will always be in our hearts, helping us to make the right choices. And if we ever find ourselves amidst another storm, Bellefonte will welcome us home with open arms. Because once a Red Raider, always a Red Raider. Best wishes, class of 2020. Thank you.
First and foremost, I would like to thank the staff and faculty at Bellefonte Area High School. When people ask me what I like most about Bellefonte, my answer is always how passionate the teachers are about their subjects and their level of sincere care for the students. I would also like to extend my gratitude to parents and family members of the student body. Thank you for loving and supporting us, even through our busy schedules, anxious studying, and frequent eye rolls. We love you too. And last but certainly not least, I would like to thank the student body, my classmates, my peers, my friends. Thank you for all the memories, the friendships, and the experiences that have made me who I am today. One of the things that is hard to ignore about our high school career is its lack of closure. For a week or so, it was, they won't close schools, they can't close schools, and then we left for spring break and just never came back. We missed what surely would have been the surreal moment of recognizing the last day we would all be in this school together. It was an ordinary day we didn't know we needed to cherish. The unfortunate reality that we will most likely never all be in the same place at the same time hurts my heart. I truly care for you, class of 2020. So how do we move on from high school without that same satisfaction of a level completed or closure? How do we become a great class with this hole in our history? It's a choice, my friends. We can feel cheated or unprepared for our next steps into the workforce, armed forces, or college. COVID-19 has stolen our final year of high school, but perhaps this experience can allow us to have an enhanced appreciation for our time at Bellefonte together in the past and the opportunities that await us in the coming years. It is said that the greatest generation is that which is composed of those who lived through the Great Depression and World War II, some of our country's darkest hours. There was nothing particularly extraordinary or genetically superior about the people in this generation. What made them great was their ability to rise to the challenge, meet adversity head on, and continue their lives with renewed gratitude for the people and opportunities life offered. We as a class have an incredible opportunity to rise to the occasion, seize the day, and become the next great generation. Ralph Waldo Emerson, an American philosopher and leader in the Transcendentalist movement of the mid-19th century, advised, "Cultivate the habit of being grateful for every good thing that comes to you, and to give thanks continuously. And because all things have contributed to your advancement, you should include all things in your gratitude." We as a class can have great gratitude for the past 4 years because they have made us who we are today. Likewise, we can and should look forward with gratitude, hope, and drive to the ways the coming years will surely shape us as well. I truly believe that each one of you, and yes, I really mean that, each and every one of you has the capacity of humble gratitude, unconditional love, and inexhaustible zeal, and therefore the ability to lead lives of greatness. It will be through these individual everyday attributes that we together, as the class of 2020, will become our own great generation. Thank you, and God bless.
Congratulations to the courageous, adventurous, talented, and ambitious class of 2020. I am honored, indeed in awe, to have the extraordinary privilege to be a part of your unique graduation. This historic, non-traditional time has allowed us to dispense with the formality and lets me speak directly to you, the class of 2020. There is so much I want to say to each and every one of you, but my time is limited and sadly, I'm not there. For as much as I have touched your lives, and I hope I did, you have touched mine even more. You, each and every one of you, have become a note in my life's symphony, and for that I am eternally grateful. But today is not about me, it is about you and the journey, the adventure upon which you are about to embark. These times are teaching us that life is precious and has magnified the importance of family and friends. Their love and support has sustained you through your academic career, but particularly in this unusual year, your final year of high school. To quote John Lennon, life is what happens while you are busy making other plans. You have been denied much, oh, much more than you could ever have imagined. But life happened, so we are all here at this moment in time to celebrate your accomplishments and look ahead to the future. You have turned negatives into positives. You have become stronger and better able, far beyond your youth, to overcome the inevitable times in your life where you will feel low, defeated, hopeless, or denied. During your middle school years, I watched in wonder as you came together as a class, recognizing strengths and weaknesses in each other, supporting each other in good times and in bad, and creating the resilience that has allowed you as a class to endure these past few months. Your parents, family members, teachers, and friends were with you every step of the way. Never miss the chance to thank them for their part in helping you through this unprecedented time. Your high school years are a body of work and cannot be defined by these last few months. Despite what has been lost, your accomplishments are still many. Your accomplishments in the classroom, on the athletic fields, on the stage, in clubs, activities, committees, and in the community will never be forgotten and have done Bellefonte proud. This is who you are and is your legacy to the school and the community. As your next chapter begins, think about these things. Be a participant in life. Make yourself heard and seen. Don't sit on the sidelines. Don't stand behind the curtain. Don't just watch. Get involved. I'm sure by now you realize that there are people who will bring you down rather than lift you up. People will try to stand in your way rather than step aside. People will try to deny you the opportunity to get ahead. Step up and show them who you really are. It is a great person that recognizes their faults as well as their achievements and learns from both. Recognizing these things, you become a better, kinder, more fair-minded human being, ready to make a difference in the world. Not all life's journeys will be the same. There is a big world out there, and you will find your place. Some of you will remain in Bellefonte. Some of you will venture out, and a few will venture way out. But there is one constant, your home base, which has defined you until now. As you start this magnificent adventure, always know that you have made lifelong friends who will always remind you where you come from. I hope to attend my 50th high school reunion in a few years. As I was going to think about what I was going to say to you, I wanted to leave you with something you would remember at your 50th high school reunion. I have an advantage because you will be able to watch this again and again, so I leave you with this. There is a big world out there. Embrace it, explore it, be a part of it, and make it your own. Joyce DiDonato, Grammy Award-winning opera singer and concert soloist, in her graduation speech to Juilliard's class of 2014 said, "One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself right here, right now, in this single, solitary, monumental moment in your life is to decide without apology to commit to the journey and not the outcome. Find what you love. Consider the tools you have been given. Pursue your passions relentlessly, knowing that you will not always win. The adventure is what ultimately will define you. Recently, I came across a verse on social media that has stayed with me. I share it with you today as a parting gift. Behind you, all your memories. Before you, all your dreams. Around you, all who love you. Within you, all you need. You all have been a part of the joy in my life. I am missing more than you will ever know, being with all of you on this special day. I ask that you remember me as I will remember you. Fondly. Stay in touch. Hold on to your dreams. Stay strong. And remember where you come from. Congratulations to you. Good luck on your journey. Find happiness in all that you do. God bless you all. The class of 2020.
Hello, seniors. The past 4 years have been such a joy and a gift, and we have been so proud to serve as your class advisors. From gravity-defying homecoming floats, to a beautiful prom under the city lights, to a senior year that has brought triumph and some tragedy. This group of students has always beat to its own drum. Watching each of you grow into the unique, kind, ambitious, incredible individuals you have become has been the most rewarding experience. We are honored to speak to you as part of your commencement ceremonies.
Before we move forward with the words of wisdom and sage advice usually found in these types of speeches, we have to recognize the losses we have faced. A commencement speech is no time to dwell on disappointments, but to not acknowledge them at all would be equally insensitive.
None of us knew when we walked out of the doors on that random Wednesday that we'd never walk back in together. Although much has been lost in the last few months, I encourage you to think instead of all you have accomplished and of all of the memories you made while you were here. There is little we can do to give you back your stolen moments, but we at least hoped we could help you say goodbye to the hallways and spaces you have called your home. For a minute or so of this speech, we turn it back over to the building that brought us all together and will forever be your alma mater. All right, seniors, here we go.
Sunny day, take me down to Culver Lake, take me back to yesterday, 'cause that's where I belong. On a rainy day, take me to that old cafe, we'll watch the teardrops drip away with everything we've known. 'Cause I know how to write a song. You know how to sing along. You take me back to summer days. Oh, it feels like yesterday when nothing could go wrong. You take me back to summer nights. Don't need no rhythm or no rhyme. We're dancing all night long. It sounds like it sounds like on a winter day, take me down to White Rock Lake. We'll get out our old ice skates and go around it too. And when we get cold, Cafe Du Monde radio, a melody can soothe my soul. We'll sing a song or two. 'Cause I know
way, if you'd like to actually walk these halls again, they and we will welcome you back with open arms. And if you never come back, your legacies remain long after you leave. You are and forever will be a Red Raider. Even if we were sitting at Rogers Stadium as planned, I doubt we'd know what to say to give you the proper farewell. But what has happened over the last few months of your high school career does not define you. No, what defines the class of 2020 is its camaraderie, its strength, its courage, its passion. These are traits you have cultivated throughout the years. These are the traits that prepared you for the obstacles that you will face this coming spring. They will become the traits that will ensure your future success.
This is not the goodbye we had hoped for. It is nowhere near the celebration we had envisioned. But even within times of great uncertainty, there are truths that will always remain. Nothing can weaken the permanent hold you have on our hearts, nor lessen the tremendous amount of potential that you have to change the world for the better. You were born in the shadow of 9/11. Your family struggled through the Great Recession. You were educated through the tears of Sandy Hook. You came of age during one of the most divisive political eras our country has seen. And now, you graduate in the midst of another unimaginable event. I know these things seem disastrous. It would be easy to feel cursed or disappointed. Yet through all of this, you have strengthened the resolve of your character. You have summoned your admirable resilience. You have refused to settle for mediocrity. And you have chosen unyielding optimism.
As your class advisors, we know sincerely how hard you have worked. You hit the ground running the day you arrived and were eager to mark VHS as your own. Sometimes students dream away their early years, saving everything they have for their senior year, but not this class. You didn't wait until senior year to go all out, to make the moments count, to make your memories last. You have been amazing since the very start. This is a class made of leaders and listeners, record breakers and innovators. Just as you have in all of your moments of adversity you have experienced thus far, we encourage you to face every challenge you encounter, not as a setback that has worked against you, but as an opportunity that will propel you forward.
All of those cliche sayings your English teachers have told you to avoid in your essays, they really are truths now. You really did make it. This really is just the beginning. Your whole future really is ahead of you. The world really is your oyster. To the class of 2020, thank you for 4 amazing, fun, unexpected years together. Congratulations and best of luck to all of you.
Members of the class of 2020, each of you is being recognized for having met all of the requirements for graduation of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Bellefonte Area School District. And having earned that right and privilege of being a graduate from Bellefonte Area High School, I therefore present the class of 2020 for graduation from the Bellefonte Area School District.
Caitlin Lee Alterio.
Gotta go, don't wanna be stranded. We got the world waiting. Yeah, you know, you'll never have to worry. I'll keep you close to me.
Luke Aaron Bain.
I know we tripped and fell. It's time to get back up now. Here and there and everywhere, we'll take it
Tania
all in.
Lynn
We got a life to
Barnhart.
live. Got a life to live. Here and there and everywhere, we'll take it all in. We got a life
Trey
to live.
Austin
Got a life
Bauman.
to live together. Oh, together.
Gabrielle Nicole Bean.
So raise your hand when I think of being with you. Nobody else I need, it's true. You radiate everything I need. Got me living like
Tyler
a lion in a big old
Phillip
dream, yeah.
Benner.
We get lost in the crowd. We'll shout out loud. Ooh, yeah, we'll shout out loud. Let's make sure that they can hear us
Blake
now.
Joseph
Here and
Parenti.
there and everywhere, we'll take it all in.
Nicholas Matthew Bergman.
Got a life to live. Oh, here and
Logan James Bernier,
Gotta laugh to live, gotta laugh to live together. Together.
Connor James Bittner, Kayla M. Bittner Bruss,
Here and there and everywhere, we'll take it all in. We gotta laugh to live. Gotta laugh to live.
Hunter Thomas Blair,
Here and everywhere, we'll take it all in. We gotta laugh to live. Gotta laugh to
Taylor Rose Blair, Natalie Ann Book,
One day in, one day out. On
Alec
top, then you're
Thomas
down. The
Bozzart,
highs and the lows keep swirling. Walk these streets like you're beating. Rise up to meet the break that
Kiara
you need.
Elizabeth
Come and
Bocton,
just hold on. Hold on, yeah. Lift your
Alexa
eyes off the
Rose
clouds, you've
Bressler,
only begun. Rising up through the clouds, no, never
Sela Ariel Brown,
climb on, climb.
Zebediah Edward Brungard,
New York back to LA. It's so hard to stay and rest in one place.
Thomas Russell
But I see
Bumbarger,
what you don't, will where you won't, so don't dare let it go. Just hold
Dmitry Gergovich Butts,
hold on, yeah. Lift your eyes off the ground.
Robert
You
Lynn
only begun.
Kane,
Rising up through the clouds.
Dylan Richard Campbell,
Climb on, climb.
Annalie Margaret Caprio, Sean Patrick Carey,
What you doing, you get caught up in your head. Feet on the road with your eyes on the prize, inch by inch, one step at a time. You're losing hope when you can't find a way to speed up the time.
Nicholas Anthony Catalano,
It's gonna be worth every mile if you just hold on.
Stephanie Nicole Catalano,
Hold on, just
Marianne Sarah Chico,
yeah.
Owen Patrick Christopher,
Lift your eyes off the ground, you've only begun.
Colton James Clark,
Never give up. Climb on, climb. Lift your eyes off the ground, you've only
Cheyenne Ray Coble,
rising up through the clouds, no, never give up.
Ezekiel Ian Comfer, Jacob Alexander Confer, Madison Alyssa Confer, Sarah Nicole Connor, Tyler Lee Cook. Alex Benjamin Coppolo. Casey Bernard Corso. Jeremy Charles Cousins. Hope Isabel Cox. Austin Jerome Craig. William Eugene Crater. Shane Patrick Cronin. Madison Elise Dagan. Callista Jelena Darney. Dustin Zachary Dietrich. Zane Martin Dietrich. Lindsay Nicole Dillon. Alexander Dante Dobler. Kevin Tyler Doyle. Ethan Michael Ebling. Mackenzie Ann Ebling. Nicholas James Edwards. Alexander McFalls Eichenlaub. Julian J. Emmel. Riley Burdette Emmel.
When it's all about the race, no turning back.
Jenna May Etter.
Got my bones about to break. Body's numb.
Lilith Rachel Evans.
But my soul still got the fire. Got my heart beating.
Mercedes Rose Evans.
Time to waste, 'cause my time is now. Got the fire.
Alexis Marie Facer.
Take me higher. My time
Dakota Lynn Featherer.
My time is now. Oh, my time is
Aiden James Fennessy.
now. I may be slow to get back up, but I'm not done yet. Haven't had
Lindsay
enough.
Clara Federoff.
Yeah, I'll knock 'em right down.
Jaden Noel Fountain, Gunnar Chase Fravel, Maya Elizabeth Fulton, Carter James Funk, William Thomas Gerlach, Haley Marie Gardner, Hunter Shane Gardner, Dennis Garasenko, Logan McKay Gettier, Logan Allen Giffen, Alyssa Sky Glace, Zoe Cheyenne Goff, Anna Danielle Goodrow,
There's love inside. There's love inside.
Austin Michael Green,
Big screen and a lazy boy, green and gold uniforms and a breezy colored autumn day. Phone a friend who's talking
Mason
about how's it
James
how's dad,
Gray,
how some things just never change. There's love inside.
Emily Brianne Hagenboom,
There's love inside.
Elizabeth Grace Hargrove, Abigail Ray Harper,
Been too long since I've gone, but 3 days and 2 months, and I hold it closer every night. Say,
Sarah Frances Hart,
there's love inside. In this
Jason Allen Harder,
will only give what I put in. So,
Robert Nelson Harvey,
oh, the love inside. There's love inside.
Matthew Ryan Hegenstaller, Brian Ray Hill,
You are the summer,
Aaron Patrick Hillard,
clear as the azure, bright as your eyes, golden skin sundress. You were the sky.
Mitchell J.
I
Holden,
see the color I've known all my life. We are timeless. We are timeless.
Andrew Lloyd Hollers,
Waves washing
Alexis Faith Hosterman.
Won't find us, but I still believe. Searching for you is looking for me.
Emily Elizabeth Hovies.
We are timeless. We are timeless.
Kyle David Hoy.
We are timeless. You are water.
Mackenzie Dominic Hubbs.
Skies are moving. I'm standing still in the shadows of your twilight.
Ashley Marie Ishler. John Edward Jennings. Haley Lene Johnson.
Last forever and days run away. The world makes us fly by into the grave.
Taylor Jacob Johnson.
Change. You'll be the sunlight I feel on my face.
Taylor Cruz Kerr.
We are timeless. We are timeless.
Anna Catherine Kalena.
We are timeless. We are timeless.
Aaliyah Nicole Kraut.
I'm standing still. We are timeless. Shadows of your twilight. We are timeless.
Cooper Wade Latchett. Vincent Russell Lawrence. Delilah Nicole Ledesma. Ryan Michael Lehman. Rachel Michelle Lexon. Scott Edward Lillydahl. Aaron Scott Little. Alexander Thayer Lomatar. Nathan Edward Long. Austin Lee Martin. Brady Leeton Martin. Jordan Dennis Matthias. Jacob William Mattis. Luciano Joseph Mazzata. Benjamin Guy McCartney. Carson Lewis McChesney, Clayton Jacob McClellan, Kaylin J. McCloskey, Megan Ann McClure, Taylor Faith McCool,
every shadow of every girl, every time I turn around, I swear it's her.
Selena Lynn McGrail,
Second guess my every move, I hold my breath in case I run into you.
Sierra Grace McIntosh,
Oh, I just can't look, I can't bear the thought of seeing you with someone new. Oh, I
Jillian
swear I'm
Page
almost over
McKee.
you, and sometimes I find I switch off and I start to drive streets that no longer are my own. I keep
Evan
driving your
Lee
way home.
McMullen,
You live across the park from me in a place that steals a tiptoe view.
Kara Beth Malott,
Your sister came back home to stay the day I packed my bags and went away.
Ethan Zachary McKessick,
So I found a room in a leafy street with a stranger and a traveler who both welcomed me.
Shayna Nicole Miller,
I try and remember my new way home, but habit sometimes steers me down your road.
Cameron Michael Murray,
Oh, I just can't love, I can't bear the thought of seeing you with someone new.
Tyler
Oh, I swear
John
I'm almost
Muse,
over you. Sometimes I find I switch off and I start to drive streets that no longer are my own.
Emily
I keep
Marie
driving your way
Musser,
home. And the day breaks slowly, and
Katie
I know
Louise
I can't
Mussett,
be this lonely for that long. Got to grow up, show me how it's
John
done.
Joseph
'Cause baby,
Nastis,
I've been trying with no luck.
Morgan Lynn Nichols,
Oh, just can't look, I can't bear the thought of seeing you with
Maya
someone new.
Elizabeth
I swear
O'Shea,
I'm almost over you. Sometimes I find I switch off and I start to
Alexis
drive streets
Vieira
no longer
Osborne,
are my own. Oh, I just can't look, I can't bear the thought of seeing you.
Casey Cheyenne
Oh, I swear
Oswald,
I'm almost over you. Sometimes I find I switch off and I start to drive streets that no longer
Sarah
are my own.
Elizabeth
I keep
Owens,
driving your way home.
Rylan Ebling Pasella, Logan Michael Page, Anthony Matthew Pastrana, Amber Ray Peacock, Andrew Joseph Peters, Keeli Ray Pighetti. Jasmine Renee Platt. Carly Rose Pletcher. Alexander Bray Pullen. Brianna K. Praskovich. Nolan Patrick Putnam. Olivia Rose Ryder. Skylar Rain Ridenauer. Chelsea Lynn Robson. Marty Ronald Rocky. Ian Michael Rogers. Phoebe Bella Rowland. Trinity Elizabeth Rupert. Alyssa Gabrielle Shadow. Brittany Ann Shawley. Jessica Ashton Shearer. Grace Aaron Sherman.
We're too young to talk about forever. Talk about the weather.
Cassandra Reagan Shinam.
Just want to laugh until I can't breathe. Midnight moonlight dancing. Never get enough sleep.
Amber Elizabeth Shirey. Anna Christian Simon. Mallory Maria Smith. Chelsea Diana Snook. Alexandra Joe Spencer. Samuel McGinley Sprout. Madison Grace Steiner. Isaac Solomon Stem. Christian Scott Stitzer,
Cause we don't wanna grow up. We just wanna be
Dylan Thomas Stock,
feel the sun on my skin and scream. We don't wanna grow up. We just wanna have fun.
Brooke Marianne Stroud,
Wild and free, baby, we could dream farther than our eyes have ever seen. I don't wanna grow up.
Taryn Ann Sunday, Jack David Swarm,
We don't wanna grow up. We just wanna be
Dylan Michael Taylor,
play and make believe, come and rescue.
Javon Darian Taylor,
We don't wanna grow up. We just wanna be
Carolee Jessica Tedrow,
play and make believe, come and rescue me. Feel the sun on my skin and scream. We don't wanna grow up.
Darren Allen Teeter,
Wild and free, baby, we could dream farther than our eyes have ever seen. I don't wanna grow up.
Charles Brown Toyer, Logan Jack Thompson, Sully Logan Tibbins,
So now you're here again.
Daniel
knocking at my
Oleg
door.
Tashenko,
A little too late for, I'm sorry for. The lights went out 'cause you kept cutting the cord, and I started to fade
Sarah
into
Marie
gray.
Tobin,
See, I finally opened up my eyes, and I saw me coming back to life. That I'd be better without you inside.
Catherine Elise
It's time
Uckneat,
to be someone I wanna recognize. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm
Logan
checking out.
Kale Von Gunden,
Stole away. I know one day we'll come back around. The future is
Hunter
now.
Lee Walk,
The future is now.
Alina Josephine Watson,
The future is now. I waited for you in the passenger seat.
Trey
There's only
Allen
so far I can
Wilson,
ride in your dreams. While you were chasing everything else but me, I'm starting
Rachel
to break
Madison
out from
Whitmer,
the gray. See, I finally opened up my eyes, and I saw me coming back to life.
Brianna Nicole Woomer,
It's time to be someone I wanna recognize. The future starts
Tara Elizabeth Woomer,
reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away. I know one day we'll come back
Dylan
around.
Scott
The future
Young,
is now. The future is now.
Morgan Dawn Zweig,
I'm not backing down, 'cause the future is now.